Hello, kindred spirits. Welcome to the Magical Mystical Divinations Podcast. I'm your host, Southern Mystic Tama P, creator of mysticdivinations.com. That's mystic with a K, by the way. I invite you into my sacred space in East Tennessee, where I will share with you topics on inner magic, mystical insight, navigating spirituality, and most importantly, how to use divination to enhance and improve your daily life. Grab your favorite drink and hang out with me for a spell for lighthearted insight, tips and tidbits, a lot of wisdom as we connect on a higher level beneath our beautiful Mother Moon. This is episode 2 of season 1. I want to open this episode by thanking each and every one of you for tuning in to listen to my podcast. The sheer joy I've received from knowing that someone is listening, maybe even visiting my website, and enjoying the content is worth more than words can say. This episode will be about creating your sacred space. If you don't already have one, this will help you get started. If you have already created your sacred space, this will inspire you to add to it. In order to find peace and be able to express your innermost desires and reveal your innermost secrets requires a space that you can call your own. A space that feels protected and inspires tranquility. It is a designated area to connect with yourself. Having a designated space in your home for prayer, meditation, or private reflection can be a constant reminder of how important it is to cultivate a sense of awe and wonder in your life. It doesn't have to be a huge space. When I started out many years ago, I carved out a small corner of a room that was infrequently used by family members. It contained a wing chair that came from my eldest sister, and a small vintage teakwood hand-carved foldable table I found at a yard sale, which I still own and use to this day. This is where I lit and burned a tapered candle and focused on the flame as I learned to meditate. Oftentimes I had to do this after the children went to sleep, or my husband was busy doing something else. But it was my space, and I grew to love it. Eventually, this space grew from a corner space to an entire spare bedroom, which is now my sacred healing room. It took almost 20 years for me to acquire all of my wonderful things that I would come to use in this space. But the creation of my sacred space has been a journey well worth every moment spent there. It inspires me visually and instills comfort like a warm embrace. I have so many candles, essential oils, and incense in this room now that even the smallest hint of a fragrance from one of my favorite aromas transcends me to a place inside myself that provides comfort and healing automatically and without effort. This is the space I am talking about. It is both a physical space and a mental space. Yes, it can be a spare room, an unused walk-in closet, even an area in your backyard. The beautiful thing is, after you have created your sacred space and learned to relax there, your space will reside within you, available upon demand. You can then take your innermost sacred space anywhere. It becomes completely mobile. You can create a kit, I guess we could call it a kit, to take with you as you travel, containing some of your favorite items that you use at home. You know, the ones that make you feel comfortable or powerful or holy. You can open up this kit and pull out a blanket or tapestry and meditate anywhere, in a field, in the woods, or in a hotel room when you travel. Because as you visualize your sacred space when you are not able to physically be there, and diffuse one of your favorite oils or burn your favorite incense or candle, the smells and the sacred items will mentally and spiritually take you to this special place that you have created that now lives within you. Your sacred space provides you with a sense of transcendence, of being connected with something greater than oneself. Joseph Campbell, a prolific American author and editor, whose works on comparative mythology described it as, "A sacred space is where you find yourself again and again." I love that analogy. I live that analogy. As I have grown spiritually, my sacred space has grown with me. Perhaps you recall a time or place where you felt God's presence in a profound way. It may have been a moment in time or a specific place, but the experience left a distinct impression on your mind. That is the feeling you will want to recreate. A sacred space offers us a place of deep connection and abiding with God, or Spirit, or the universe, or even your highest self, in complete peace and contentment. It is a space created intentionally through awareness and designated for something special. A sacred space helps us get grounded. It helps us go within our thoughts and feelings. It also helps to recharge our batteries when we are feeling drained. It becomes sacred when used for special spiritual purposes like meditation, prayer, Bible study, yoga, and the like. You can have fun christening the space, like many practitioners who will use sacred scents, such as cleansing spritz water, burning sage, or Palo Santos when opening spaces. Often, a rattle, drum, or bell is also used, offering sound to the aspects of spirits being called in. I think you understand what a sacred space is. Now let's discuss ways to make it totally your own. This is where the fun begins. Ask yourself, what do I like to be surrounded by? Is it nature? Then an outdoor space would be great. Or bring the outdoors inside with flowers or animals such as birds or fish aquariums. Utilize the elements from our universe and bring it inside. Feathers, stones, wood sculptures, let your imagination run wild and free. Of course, you will need candles or incense or essential oils to give your space a smell that lifts you or calms you or restores you. Some people will enjoy bringing in items from their loved ones or special items created from the hands of their children or grandchildren. You may want to include photos of loved ones, books, a salt lamp, seashells gathered from beach holidays. You may want to display figurines of angels or fairies or spiritual deities or beautiful textiles like silk. The important thing is that you feel connected to whatever you display in your sacred space. I often find my items at estate sales or thrift stores, but you may want to sage those items and pray over them or bless them before bringing them into your sacred space, just in case there is anything negative attached to them. Also consider using a screen, curtain, or other boundary to make your sacred space feel more contained, relaxing, and personal. Use your sacred space in any manner that suits your personality and lifestyle. It can be something you do once in a while or every day, alone or with loved ones. Get creative with your ideas. Use the space for seasonal rituals to celebrate and commemorate. For example, I am recording this episode on the 20th of June, 2024, the longest day of the year known as summer solstice. As we enter a full moon known as the strawberry moon, I will use my space and the energy from both the sun and the moon as I charge my crystals beneath the full moon tonight and for a few nights to come, and as I meditate with mindfulness towards letting go of things that hold me back, as I write in my journal and thank the universe for my blessings and connect with my highest awareness. You can also use your space for changes of season, movements of the sun, moon, or stars, endings and beginnings of any kind, anniversaries and special occasions to celebrate a relationship or a success, to clarify an important decision or a very important change, to be more present or conscious in any aspect of your life. Don't forget to include musical instruments or your favorite calming music or ambient music. As my website and this podcast encourages you to explore personal divination, you may want to bring in items like personal divination tools such as the I Ching, the Tarot, the runes, sacred texts or words of wisdom from any and all faiths. Remember that this space is yours. Honor your heart's desire. Trust your intuition to show you where to put it, what to include, and how to use it, and see where it takes you. Life is a journey. Awakening to our highest self is a personal journey and one of the most individualized journeys on this earth. Creating your sacred space is also part of that journey. I want to leave you with this thought. In every moment of this life, there are endless possibilities, countless choices. The practice of intentionally choosing positive thoughts and beliefs to reinforce one's self-worth and capability is an active process of directing inner dialogue towards empowering statements that enhance one's overall well-being. Allow yourself to focus on completing one step at a time, knowing that each step propels you forward in the direction the universe wants you to go. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave me a comment. Did you hear anything which inspired you? Would you like for me to address something of importance in future episodes? I want you to know you are among kindred spirits here in this space. I hope you will come here often. I am your host, Tama P. Be sure to visit my website, mysticdivinations.com. That's mystic with a K. Or follow any of my social platforms. Thank you for your support, and blessed be.